Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Hello and welcome to Week 16 of the NFL season. Cam, Week 16 already. This show is brought to you by Sports Interaction, the Drew and Stu podcast. Part 1, filming on a Monday before the Monday nighter between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Cam is on one side, I am on the other. So far this week, we are both 8-7, 2-1 in our best bets. Joe Flacco and the Browns saved my life. It was voided because of a push, but I had a big wager on that, and I didn't think I was going to win. I thought I was losing that money. So that comeback helped me out a little bit. The Lions, Cam, both did us a favor on Saturday night. Amon-Ra over on everything like we said, and the Lions absolutely destroyed the Denver Broncos like we said. And everybody in the comments saying, well, how can you pick the Carolina Panthers? What did we say? When the blackjack card says bet one way, you have to do it no matter what. The Panthers won outright.
Drew, the Atlanta Falcons, literally, that line was all you need to know.
Yep.
They could have put that line at 4.5, 5, and people are like, I can't bet Carolina. They're the worst team in the league. They didn't do it easily. They needed a kick at the end of the game. They suck. But
they would have covered even without the kick.
No, but Atlanta sucks. That's my whole point.
Yeah, I know.
My whole point is you can't have Atlanta as a favorite of 3 points. I would have trusted Atlanta more if it was 5.5.
Yeah, 6 points.
This is the thing about gambling, and I'm wrong often too. But it's kind of like, guys, it's like a game of cat and mouse. The books do things. They try to get you one way.
When it looks too good to be true, it usually is.
Yes. You're not going to win all the time. You know what? The public will always have their day, because if you take all their money, they go, honey, I can't gamble anymore. I've been absolutely destroyed, and they lose their customers.
Yeah. Sometimes they do give you one.
That's the thing. Popular things will happen, but be very, very careful of these games that look so easy and so good. Oh, yeah. I did a show with a guy. Oh, Pittsburgh. Oh, this is easy. I'm like, I'm easy? They're the Pittsburgh Steelers. I remember in-game live, I'm like, my finger, if I had any more money, just Colts. You start to see the game changing. But Drew,
yep. I did the same thing in the Browns game, Cam. I saw they were down 7 and they were driving. I was like, live bet. Yeah. I was like, this has got Bears blowing this all over it.
You know what, though? A lot of the time that Bears line was 3.5. We got a push number. So you know what? I'm not mad about it. We almost got a Hail Mary at the end of the game. I can't believe Moody dropped that ball.
Oh, dude, I was happy, but I was like, oh my God, it was in his chest. The Bears should have won that game on that Hail Mary.
Trust me, I had the Bears, and the problem is sometimes with short lines, you take a money line on top of it. You do a lot of things. But, guys, you Drew, just one thing. We'll give ourselves the Barry Horowitz guys. And, we're trying our best out here. Another winning week, or not losing week. We've been smashed. The last 3 weeks have been very, very good. But you're with your prop killer. And I told people the Bills are a different team with this new coordinator, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Brady from LSU, he gets it. He knows what's going on. And they're using the run game now in a beautiful way. James Cook looks like an absolute animal. We had all of his lines, Drew.
It's crazy when you feature a running back. What happens, Instead of
that's what I'm saying. It's not rocket. That's why I look at these guys like Staley and all these other guys in the league. Like the Bills, and the good news is because they underutilize their backs, he's fresher.
He's fresh.
So yeah, that's the thing. Don't go too crazy with him. You're going to need him in your if you guys get to the playoffs and have a run, and that's the thing. Nobody wants to deal with the Buffalo Bills. I wish the playoffs they got in and it started next week, because I would take them against anybody. They're just they're a mad football team right now.
Yeah, and how about them Cowboys, Cam? Away from home, they're 3-4 now outright, averaging only 19 points versus 40 at home. It's just, what do you do with this Dallas Cowboys team? Do you trust them at all now in the playoffs?
It's funny. I had a big argument with a guy, Cowboys fan, on my other show, and I don't like getting heated up. I don't like having sports arguments because a lot of the time you can make cases for both sides, and I got high enough blood pressure as it is. But here, Dallas, though, they're the type of team, Drew, when everything is down, regular season, it was kind of like a spot. It was a spot for Buffalo. Trust me, when they get to the playoffs and play a road game, they will not do what they did in their road games this year. They will figure it.
Depends.
I don't think they will.
Against Tampa or New Orleans, I agree with you. But round 2, if they're going to Philly or San Fran, it's a different story.
No. Here's the thing. San Fran, we have a problem. Philly, Dallas could beat Philadelphia. I don't care in any type of situation.
You're right. But it depends, because if the Eagles do what the Bills did and what they did the first time they played Dallas, just run the ball, which they're very good at with their offensive line, it might be the same story, Cam.
Yeah.
We saw you're using a safety at linebacker who's 200 pounds. Like, you can't do that. It's just the O-line has such a big advantage. And then Dan Quinn at half didn't change it up. He just kept the safety in the whole game at linebacker. It's like, what are you doing? The Bills ran the same 3 plays over and over. I was like, this is like watching someone play Madden where they use the glitch play over and over again. Like, I was like, this isn't even fun to watch.
Dan Quinn is one of those guys who I think did a really good job because remember, he was our defensive coordinator when the Seahawks won a Super Bowl. But that guy has also been blessed.
Well, yeah, look at the weapons he had on defense, though.
That's what I'm talking. You answered otherwise, dude. You had Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. Like, you had these kids were killers. The Seahawks Legion of Boom was like one of the best. And that's
you could play man coverage every play because you could trust your secondary just to cover.
And receivers didn't want to go near these. Like, they knew they were going to get laid out before the NFL got even softer. So we have to look at things from a full perspective. Good coach, but you know what? The guy's had better than average parts his whole career for the most part. So anyway, Drew, the props went pretty good. What were my minerals? The Bills were in my minerals. I know that.
Yeah, so you had the Bills, the Lions, and then the one you got wrong was.
I thought I had the Bears as my bronze as a push.
No, the Bills were your bronze, which you got. Your gold.
Oh yeah, I saved Jets. I think we saved the Jets at 12 because of 12.5. We got it at.
Yeah,
damn.
I had Jets as well. Still didn't hit. Oh my god,
I should have known
that was embarrassing, Cam. That game I was watching. I was like, wait a second. I was like, as soon as it started, I was like, I'm on the wrong side.
I'm on the right. Yep. You know what the thing is too? This is really important, actually. I know we might go a little bit long today, holiday season, but when a team wins an emotional game or gives the old like fuck you to everybody, like what the Jets did before. And Miami lost to Tennessee, sometimes it's spots, right? Like, I really like the Jets matching up against them. But you could tell the Jets, after that, like, the way they've been playing, Wilson got that win. They're kind of like, you know what? We did our job now. Like,
Quinn Williams sacks Tua, Cam, and does the waddle over top of his body. Next play, waddle, big touchdown. You're so stupid. Hey, you're down 7-0. You're trash talking over a sack. I was like, oh my god.
All those teams, you know what? You ever notice all those teams that do that stuff too, like getting in the face of guys? You know what? I told you last week, be more like Barry Sanders. Even all the defensive players, just shut the hell up, give your teammate a hug, pass the ref the ball, and do it again.
It's like the corners when the quarterback overthrows the receiver and the corner's like, yeah, I did something. Like,
I know. He just stood there. He's like, you're right, Drew. And you know in hockey, you get that fucking hot dog is out there like giving the guns and all the other shit. Now you're a marked person. You've showed up like a friend of mine or a goalie or you're doing dumb stuff. So I don't mind celebrations. They're cool, but you can't don't be a jackass. That's all.
And if you're losing, you can't be celebrating. It's like Eckler was down 40 points on Thursday, Cam. And he was doing first down with this football. I was like, what are you doing? Like you're down 40 points and you're celebrating a first down. Like what are you doing? I might be on the Chargers this week though, Cam, because with the coach firing.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's get into this week, Cam, before everything gets rolling. Crazy slate of games. We got a Thursday games, Saturday games, Christmas Eve games, Christmas Day games, holiday season on Thursday show this week. We're going to go over our holiday movies and some fun stuff for the viewers. Cam can explain why he's such a Scrooge. But before that, let's get into Thursday night, Cam. Sports Interaction is your homegrown sportsbook where local takes on an entirely different meaning, focusing on the teams, games, and players that matter to you. Sports Interaction is on the ground on top of all the local trends, offering prop bets that you'd never even imagine existed. From same-game parlays to best-in-class casino featuring thousands of games and live 24/7 dealers, giving you that Vegas experience any time of day. Come for the sports, stay for the casino. And now introducing the Locker Room, the first of its kind in Canada, a live watch party for the biggest games of the week, providing an in-game tips built directly into the app and site, a groundbreaking dual-screen experience for all NFL primetime games and select Leafs games with Steve Dangle as host. Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Go to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN to open an account. Bet local. 19 plus, please play responsibly. If you have questions or concerns about your gambling or the gambling of someone close to you, please go to connexontario.ca. Back to the show. The New Orleans Saints going to LA to take on the Rams. Both teams, huge wins. The Commanders, Cam, I was on that side of it. They're just leaving Cooper Kupp wide open for 70-yard touchdowns. Like they're like one of the best receivers in the game. Just don't cover him. That's cool.
Missing the extra point didn't really help a lot. A lot of people could have got that game 7.5. See, that's the thing about shopping at the supermarket. Like I'm like, oh, they missed an extra point to lose by was it 8? I'm like, that was a costly point. Here's the thing about the Commanders is they show a little bit of life, Drew, but let's call it out. They're still a growing football team.
Their O-line's just so bad. I feel bad for Sam Howell because he's getting a bad rap now because he's just under duress every single play.
You know what? You bring up a really good point. Imagine, and That's the thing. People judge these guys on, oh, he did this and this. Well, I wouldn't mind having Kansas City's line. I wouldn't mind having the Bills line is he like, I know Josh Allen runs a lot, but when they're right, they're right. Like Dallas, like that's the thing. The Washington commies, there's nobody like they don't have.
It's like this. They snap the ball. It's bam. He's under pressure.
Yeah, no, he's under already pressure. Thinking about an escape plan, like a fire in your home. Like which window do I jump through? You're right. You know what? When Washington, here's the thing. I think Rivera is great football man. No, time to go. Like I'm proud about your health thing. You put Bieniemy in there, and you get to find an offensive line coach that's been in the league.
Well, they're talking about drafting a quarterback. I think that'd be a mistake.
No.
But that's what they're saying.
No. See, this is the world we drew again. Like I don't even. Oh my God.
He has more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson.
Listen,
and Lamar's the MVP
guy
favorite.
Has been in the league under 2 years.
I know.
He has started one. We're not even done the season yet. People are talking the same thing. Oh, Carolina got the wrong guy. No, you give I know it's a quick world. You got to give a guy at least two to see what he can do.
What happened with Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen as well? Everyone after the rookie years, they're not good enough to be starters.
Oh, yeah.
Give them some pieces, and look what happens.
Anyway, don't listen to anybody. Those reports are. I'll make them I'll bet you everything I got. They don't draft they'll make draft one. Yeah,
it depends. If the GM and coach get fired, sometimes they want a QB change, right? So
they'll draft one maybe in the third or fourth, try to find a bargain like Russell Wilson when he got drafted, but they need offensive line help early and often in that draft.
Oh,
I take the best O lineman. Okay. So what do we got going on here?
Anyways, the Rams. Yeah, Rams hosting the Saints Cam. Both teams coming off big wins. Rams 4-point favorites at home. Playoff lives on the line. Both teams 7-7. The Saints tied with the Bucs for division lead. The Bucs have the tiebreaker, so they're currently in that slot. Huge game by Baker Mayfield. We'll get to that later. Great performance. The Packers frauds. Anyways, the Rams, Cam. You picking them to beat the Saints? I was on the Giants last week, and we were clearly on the wrong side in that game. But I think I got to go LA at home. I think they've been a different team since Stafford's been back, Cam.
This is a really tough game because the Saints, who I really ripped, and maybe I should do that because every time I do rip a coach or whatever, they played a brilliant game.
You've been ripping Carr all season.
Dennis Allen, right? Saints coach?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, I still think we actually talked about it with a lot of people in the know. They think he's one of the worst coaches either. But the Saints do have good talent. But here's the thing, Drew. I'm going to be with you. This could be changed big time. This is a very good number by the books. I don't know what it is, Drew? Laying 4, but the Rams have been good. They're 7. Mm-hmm. What a game. 7-7.
They should have beat the Ravens 2 weeks ago. They've been way better with Stafford, Cam.
Dude, I got to tell you, we talked about this. And I know it's not going to happen, but Matt Stafford is on the ballot for comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
I know that
sounds
like
locked into Hamlin because of the heart thing,
yes,
but yeah,
the awards are it's a friendly story, but the thing is, look what he's done. Matt Stafford is a punching bag. The injuries he's had, how old he is. And guys, for all you younger guys out there, he played for the Lions when the Lions were the shittiest team in the league. He got murdered every
broken collarbone and threw a game-winning touchdown after breaking it.
I got to tell you, Matt Stafford, don't let the looks fool you. He's one of the toughest guys in the league. Mm-hmm. He's
opposite
basically,
of Mac Jones.
You could hit the guy over the head with a chair and he'll go, more please. He's tough.
He'll say, nice hit. When he's mic'd up, he's like, oh, good hit.
He'll go, can you do better? I'll take the Rams -4 as well, Drew. But you know what? This is a very dangerous spot. The Saints are still starting to look like they got mojo, like they were supposed to be a better team, and their defense has really picked it up. That's
Cam, you're giving me Sean McVay against Dennis Allen with a game for both teams. I got to take the guy who knows how to coach guys wide open, and Carr's going to blow this at some point. He'll be running from Aaron Donald, and the checkdowns might not work against the Rams, Cam.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'll take the Rams, but it's a tough game and a great game. Finally, we have something that means something on Thursday.
All right, moving to Saturday, Cam. Saturday afternoon, the Steelers hosting the Bengals. Steelers 2.5-point home dogs. This is another playoff matchup. Playoff lives on the line. The Bengals need this win. Can you believe the Bengals are going to be 9-6 with Jake Browning?
They're so lucky. You know what, though? They're so lucky to beat Minnesota. Minnesota should have won and covered that game.
The missed field goals. Nick Mullins throwing two red zone interceptions. I was like, dude, that one pick where he threw it off the defensive tackle's stomach, I was like, what is this guy doing? Just take the sack.
Honest to God, when people say Charger will Charger and Bills will screw up like a Super Bowl or a big game.
Oh, the Vikings are just as bad.
The Minnesota Vikings, it's honestly, I feel sorry for their state. Good people. Look at all their teams. They've been gagging in big games since I was a kid. They don't understand how to close games. It's a real problem. And they had some good things going in that game versus Cincinnati. Mullins made a couple plays. Oh, see that catch down? By Addison?
Yep.
Oh my!
Jordan
dude,
Addison, unbelievable.
Addison is awesome. But here's the thing: Minnesota. I don't know what to like. They're actually well coached. I think O'Connell's okay. I think it's the players. Like
it's the quarterback. No, it's the quarterback. If they had Kirk Cousins, they win these football games.
Oh yes, good. Know what, Drew? If Kirk Cousins was still Minnesota's quarterback, they'd be actually a dangerous dark horse.
They probably have 10 wins right now instead of 7 or 6.
You are right. You are right.
But anyways, Cam, Steelers or Bengals? Who are you going with here? Steelers announced they're going to make a quarterback change. They're benching Mitchell Trubisky.
Who cares? He sucks. I'd actually rather see Mason Rudolph if you're the Steeler fans. Trust me, he'll do it. Trubisky, I don't understand the regression of this guy who used to be a great athlete. I know he hasn't played a lot, but he's going to be one of the biggest busts going. I'll take Cincinnati, and I don't like it because Pittsburgh, what we remember last? Pittsburgh getting slaughtered on national TV by Indianapolis of all teams. But I'll take Cincinnati. Huge game at 8-6. They got to figure it out. If Pittsburgh makes the playoffs, literally, I won't. I almost feel like not watching their games. They're disgusting. They're the worst. Like I look at their record at 7-7. I'm like, how? When I watch them play,
it's because of one guy, Cam. His name's T.J. Watt.
Yep, they play like a 3-win team. Bengals -2.5, but something really smells fishy here.
So I'm going the other way.
Look at the percent. Look at the percentages.
I'm going the other way. Yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm going on Pittsburgh in this game. I think the Bengals should have lost to Minnesota. I think the Bengals are going into a Bumblebee's, what is it, Hornet's Nest.
Hornet's Nest.
Yeah, Bumblebee's
nest. What, teddy bear contenders?
Yeah.
What is it? It's called a Hornet's Nest.
Mike Tomlin.
What do you call it? Bumblebee Nest?
Bumblebee Nest, yeah.
Oh, God, you kill me, Drew. I don't know where you come up with this stuff, but it's funny. You know what?
Black and yellow Cam. Mike Tomlin's angry as hell after that game. He's a great coach. He never has teams below 500. I don't think he's going to let these Steelers go below 500. I think this is going to be like a 13-10 football game. You're giving me the home team with the better defense. Mason Rudolph, I think, will make not as many mistakes as Trubisky now that I know he's starting. You know what? I trust Mason Rudolph. He's not going to get a helmet smashed over his head in this one, Cam. So give me the Steelers. I think they win this game outright, not just cover.
You know what, Drew? You're starting to change my opinion on this game. I'm going to put in the Bengals now, do a lot more thinking about it. Mike Tomlin, not an X's and O's, guys, but know what he is, a great motivator of men. And 100%. The way they lost that game, honest to God, if they're players that have any pride on this team, they will show up and play their best football versus Cincinnati. They don't like each other. Remember back in the day where like Carson Palmer, broke his face. Like this team, Cincinnati.
And Jamar Chase may not play as well, Cam. So Cincinnati may be without their best receiver.
Cincinnati's got for people that think Cincinnati's back, Browning, he's done a great job. You know what? He saved their season, but they're not Cincinnati. They're not the team you think they are. So I'm going to, you know what? You talked me into it. I'm taking Pittsburgh. You're right. I'm taking Pittsburgh +2.5. The more I think about it, Drew, you bring up like everything that I use in like my betting tool, motivation, spots, love in sports betting, love taking teams, especially in hockey. When you lose 6-1, I'll jump on them the next night and they'll win. Like the Sabres are like an example. You take, when teams get embarrassed, don't get off them, get on them. Well, only certain teams, though, like when they've tapped out, but I don't think Pittsburgh tapped out.
No,
I just think their defense was on the field. Yeah, their defense played too much in that game.
All right, so no mystery tiebreaker, man, for that one. Cam switches to the Steelers. Moving on to the Saturday night game, we got the Chargers hosting the Buffalo Bills. Chargers coming off probably the most embarrassing performance of the season, even worse than the Broncos getting smashed by Miami earlier, because they just gave up on the coach. Brandon Staley at half was like, we got to be better in the second half. This is not our team. We got to play for pride now. It's like, no, dude, they hate you. Like, I think the team gave up on Brandon Staley on purpose, Cam. It didn't seem like they were even trying. But this is going to be a different football team. We know when teams fire their coaches, we saw it with the Vegas Raiders. We saw it with everybody else. They get up for the second game. So I'm going with the Chargers here. I think the Bills win. I know, Bills Mafia, don't come at me. I'm a Bills fan too. This is too many points. I think the Bills win this game by 10. So it'll be within the numbers. So give me the Chargers.
I think this game, I don't know. Do the Chargers, are they going to like their new coach? This team, to me, after a game against the Raiders, they were so listless. Like, see, this is the difference between Cincinnati and the Chargers. The Chargers play like they're already on the golf course. Yep. Pittsburgh's defense was on the field too long. You're asking Buffalo to win by margin? You're right, Drew. Like anything under 10.
They do win by margin. They're not a close winning team.
They do. But their goal is just to win games now and keep everybody healthy. The back door is open, but the way the Bills are playing right now, I haven't seen this coach. I don't know if they're going to respond to him. I don't know anything. All I know is the Chargers reek. I think Buffalo could win this game by, it's a good number now at 11.5. I think they win by like 13-14 and just barely cover. The world's going to be on Buffalo. I'm having a hard time with this game, Drew, because you know me. My DNA says take the Chargers, but sometimes you just got to take the team that's rolling. And right now, the Buffalo Bills look like a well-oiled machine. And if the Chargers don't bring their A-plus game, they will get throttled in this game.
Yeah, I feel bad for people playing Josh Allen in their semifinals in their fantasy football leagues because I wouldn't want to be in that line of fire right now. All right, we are in disagreement. Where do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Bills.
Correct. I think that was an easy one to select. That's I shouldn't have even asked
mystery
you.
Mystery Tiebreaker Man. He's the only guy in the world that likes the Chiefs and Bills.
Yeah. All right, moving on. The Detroit Lions.
How do you even do that?
It's impossible. The Detroit Lions going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, Cam. Vikings 3-point home dogs. The world is on the Lions, 73% so far. The early money. It's very early in the week, though, so that may change. This line smells so fishy, Cam. I feel like this should be 6.5. But we've seen the Lions on the road are a different team. The thing is, this is indoors where the elements won't matter, so I'm taking the Lions. 3 points is not enough.
Changeable game. To see, we're doing this really early in the week. This is right leans out of the gate. I'll lock in a few that I like, but this is a perfect example, as I told you about the books, just throwing out a number and just eating Detroit money right now. If you like Minnesota, I think you're going to get probably a 3.5. And if it stays at 3, that means I like Minnesota more, because who's betting these guys after watching what happened? I will. I'll take 3. Detroit was my top gold play last week. I knew they were going to throttle Denver. It was a situation. Everybody played their bets, and their defense, they snapped out of their coma. So that's the deal. Minnesota is going to be ready for this game. They're 7-7 football team and still alive. If they win, they're still alive. Detroit, on the other hand, are 10-4. I could totally see I know this sounds nuts. I could see a letdown after what they did to Denver. I think Minnesota literally can win this game. I'll take the 3. And if the Lions win, it'll be between 1 and 3, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right, Cam. I just think the Lions.
But I want to take the Lions too.
Yeah,
that line, it's so hard because everyone now thinks the Lions are they're back.
Yeah,
but I could just see them.
No, but then why this line should be 4.5 or 5. That's the thing. It's a trap.
I would even say 5.5, the way, because the Lions score kind of they do crazy things. But you know what? Minnesota at home, Mullins, they'll figure out a couple things. It's a tough game, but I'll take Minnesota for now. Drew, I have a feeling we'll have a change list as long as Santa's list coming up on Thursday.
Where do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Oh, you'll definitely take the Lions.
Yes, correct. So
Can
2 for 2 on the
I'm feeling Mystery Tiebreakers vibe this week.
We'll see how that continues. The Atlanta Falcons hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Colts 1.5 point road favorites. The Falcons, Cam, everyone's telling them just lose to the worst team in football. Everyone's going to be well off them. I think people would have bet this line up to 4.5 on the Colts side. The fact that it's 1.5, it's a trap, Cam. I'm taking the Falcons.
I couldn't agree more. Frank Falcon in the house. Listen, these guys lost to Carolina. Indianapolis, too. Early in that game, Pittsburgh sucked, and they were still, hanging with them. But I will say this. The only thing that scares me in this game is Indianapolis coaching staff. I have never seen a staff do more with less. And they deserve – Steichen deserves to be coach of the year, in my opinion. It's not even debatable.
Minshew put Pittman in the train tracks, though. He almost got Pittman killed. Look, that
problem is
throw,
Minshew does a lot. He did that even in college, Drew. He put sometimes he can't put balls in windows, and he's also exposed those receivers before. He's such a competitor. I think he just doesn't understand that his guy's going to get crushed. I respect Gardner Minshew. That was tough, though. Also, the hit. What do you think about the hit? It was actually clean.
I don't think it should have been illegal because Pittman's diving at the guy's kneecap. What's the guy supposed to do?
Drew, I love you, buddy. This is the thing about people who've played sports before and people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I also watched the replay. The guy came in low, shoulder, and the other guy was
Pittman's diving head first trying to catch the ball. What's he supposed to do? Jump underneath the guy diving?
Well, this is the NFL, though. You know what I do, Drew, in a big game? Some guy gives me a clean hit. You just lie on the floor, flop around a lot, you'll get a flag. It's an acting league, right?
My thing is, if the receiver's diving at the defender has no choice but to hit him. What do you want him to do? You can't just let the guy catch the ball for free.
But they're going to give you a penalty every time a guy gets laid out. That's the whole – no, it's actually more than stupid.
And they're like, wrong. Oh, he hit him in the head. He hit him in the head because he dove at his kneecap. What do you –
I'm with you. Dude, I'm with you. No one's going to be on Frank Falcon this week. I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Bijan Robinson. Oh, my fantasy playoffs start this week.
It's going to be Jonathan Taylor is likely going to be back too. So it's going to be Taylor against Robinson. This is going to be a low-scoring game. I like the under in this one. I think 44.5 is way too high. People are going to be like, "Oh, the Colts score so many points." I don't care. I think this game has 20 to 13 written all over it.
I'll take Atlanta. Hey, we're getting 1.5 points. I don't care if they lose by 1. Falcons, please.
Okay, we got the Browns going to Houston to take on the Texans. Texans likely going to have Stroud back. Case Keenum, what a performance and a comeback. That broke my heart
awesome.
as a Bills fan. Broke my heart as a Bills fan, though, because I was like, oh, the Titans are winning. Yes, let's go. And then Case Keenum's throwing all over them. without his receivers, without his weapons, Devin Singletary's catching 50-yard passes in overtime. I was like, what the hell is going on? Cam, I got to take the Browns here. We saw Stroud against the Jets defense. The Browns defense is just as good as a front. Stroud, I don't think, is prepared for a defensive line like this. And I think I'm honestly worried about him getting another concussion. That's crazy to say, but it's going to be tough for them to protect him in this football game. So give me the Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco. He threw 3 picks and still won the football game. I think the Bears defense is better than the Texans defense. So give me the Cleveland Browns.
I will take the Houston Texans in this spot. Cleveland is a Jekyll and Hyde team. You take them at home, you fade them on the road. What are they, 2-4 ATS on the road? You know what I mean?
I don't think they should be underdogs here, though, Cam. This is weird.
I do. I know what it is. Cleveland's defense is great, Drew. But listen, Houston came back. They're 8-6. Listen, man, Colts are 8-6. Browns are going to be fine at 9-5. Okay, but here's the thing: Bills are 8-6. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Bengals are 8-6. A lot of 8-6 out there. Cleveland has this much leeway room. Not a lot. But I'll tell you, Houston at home, Stroud coming back, I will lay the 2.5 with the Texans. Cleveland will not be the same defense, Drew, in Houston as they're at home. Something is magical about that elf on the field and the way Schwartz prepares. I've seen this movie before. I'm taking Houston.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right, Cam, but you're giving me Jim Schwartz.
Oh, I might be wrong.
You're giving me Jim Schwartz against a rookie quarterback, like you said, and I think he's going to drop some stuff that Stroud's never seen before, and it's going to confuse the shit out of him.
You could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Exactly.
Who knows? Bagman?
Where's that song? I can be brown,
with Cleveland Brown.
I can be violet sky. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know Bagman. My name is Cleveland Brown. Right?
Yeah, correct. He's on Cleveland. Cam, you're not on TikTok?
New friends, even a bear. What? No, I'm not.
I thought you'd be a TikTok guy swiping at night.
I found out Morency did a video on TikTok. I'm like, holy geez, this guy, for an old guy, he's really we're older now.
He's like that scene with where he's like, hey, hello, kids. And he's like wearing the skateboard, the backwards hat.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. The guy's still playing metal and he's on TikTok. I'm like, dude, I'm the old guy with chalk and at the school writing things down on chalk, but I can't change. A leopard can't change its stripes. So that is what it is. So
spots.
Different games. Yeah, spots. Okay, what do we got here? Seattle versus Tennessee. Oh, yeah. God.
So you don't know how tonight's going to go. I know you think the Seattle Seahawks are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, but we'll see about that. The Titans, 2.5-point home dogs against the Seattle Seahawks. Titans have been a different team at home than on the road, Cam. Seattle may need this to save their playoff lives, though, depending how tonight goes. You can start here because you're the Seahawks whisperer. How do you think this plays out?
I haven't been perfect with the Seahawks this year. I've kind of got spots. I knew they were going to cover against Dallas. That was one of my favorite games this year because it was just too many points. But Tennessee is a good team at home. Heartbreaking loss, though, Drew. Giving up that game, they had that game in control against Houston. That's not good for business. They're done. They're a 5-9 football team. Derrick Henry's actually really pissed. He's like, I don't know what my future is with this team. He's at it feels like he's at the end of the rope with a great career with the Titans.
He's the one that rejected the trades in the offseason. He was like, no, I want to stay here.
Yeah, well, because he thought they were going to be better. And the thing is, Vrabel's a pretty good coach. They're just not a good football team. As for Seattle, they're there. They're not great, whatever. They can battle. But one thing is, I know about this team, I prefer them on the road sometimes than at home. As crazy as that sounds. Look at their ATS road record, Drew. It's 5-2.
They cover on the road.
That's all they do. I'm taking Seattle in this spot, maybe change, but if they can find a way to beat Philadelphia tonight, they will be absolutely jacked for this game. But I'll take Seattle. It's a tough game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seattle as well, just because I think they're a better team overall and on the road. But if they lose tonight against Philadelphia, I might switch this on the Thursday show because it might be heartbroken and everything. Yep. And then it's also dependent on Will Levis's health. He took a nasty hit. He was bent all twisted. They might keep Levis out to keep him healthy because there's no need to play him if he's banged up. Yeah, all right. So we're both on the Seattle Seahawks. That was quick and easy, Cam. We're in agreement. Moving on. The Washington Commanders going to New York to take on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers may be playing quarterback, Cam. You might owe me some wings after all.
That's bullshit. They shut him down for the year. You want to bet more? I love these. No, he's not playing.
But they cleared him to play now. I was like, whoa. So they're saying that it's dependent on Aaron Rodgers' decision. They will let him decide whether or not he wants to play.
They're a 5-9 football team.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
Guy's your investment for next year.
Cam, if Aaron wants to play, they're going to let him play.
Fine, let him play. Let him play. I don't care if it's a piece of shit in the toilet or Wilson. Rodgers is not playing. And if I'm wrong, I will go on and apologize like I've never before. I called this thing at the start of the year. The guy didn't fucking play.
And I thought I owed you wings already.
Jets. Well, you do. I gave you a bottle of Crown Royal. You owe me wings. Jets -3.
Yeah.
I think this is a spot for them. They played. You know what? After getting this is my angle. After getting throttled by Miami, they come in. Washington now is a 4-10 football team. Whatever. Why are the Jets favored? It's just one of those things. Washington would be a heavily public dog, and I don't want any part of them. Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets.
I wish it was 2.5.
We talked about Sam Howell in that offensive line, Cam, and the Jets defensive line was going to cause problems.
Yes.
This game has like 3-3 going into the fourth written all over it.
The Jets are going to win 9-0, 9-3.
Yeah, it'll be something ridiculous. But Cam, like we said, the fact he's been cleared to play and they're leaving it up to him to decide whether he wants to start. I was like, you can't let your $40 million quarterback, your only chance at a Super Bowl is this guy next season, and you're going to let him come in and risk injury in the last 3 weeks for no.
What is this? Fucking Reg Dunlop from Player Coach from Slapshot? It doesn't work, okay? It works in the movies. First of all, Drew, I'm going to tell you something. Like, remember that Shohei Ohtani story? And all the people were texting me. I go, he's not going to come to Toronto. Oh, but I saw reports. Don't believe anything in today's world. Nobody finalizes.
But Cam, Aaron Rodgers is a psychopath. He might be the difference.
He is a psychopath, but they also know if I'm the owner of the Jets, I actually stop him in the complex and say, Aaron, I'm sorry, but also, pal. Like, no.
But Cam, you have to let him do whatever the hell he wants because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Because you got to be
like, no.
Yeah. You know what? I think he's smarter than that, but whatever.
I think you're right, but like,
well, if he plays, Drew, I'm going to have to severely apologize to you because everyone said he was playing, and I told you I've been on this stance from the get-go, and I was right for a long period of time. At this, okay, I don't even want to think about this.
All right, Cam, I'll buy you a bottle of ayahuasca if he plays, just to see you drinking on the show. That'd be funny. All right, we're both on the Jets.
What's it called?
Ayahuasca. It's that like crazy South American drug that he was drinking. And he went on this.
Like liquid peyote there.
Yeah, something crazy.
Hitting the acid bomb. Yeah, okay. I should probably be in a safe place when I do it, but he's not playing.
We'll put you in the darkness retreat where you're in the darkness with no sound for 3 days.
I kind of am right now. This place is a personal prison until I do these shows. Have you ever? The funny thing about life is, Drew, it's like Groundhog Day.
Yep.
Like I literally, I try to walk in a different direction now. Every day is the same to me. Saturday, the only thing is Sunday is there's a lot of football games. Every other day of my life is the same day. I wake up, I do shows, I drink coffee, have a couple glasses of wine, some vodka, go do it again. You know what I mean? I do my shows, I unwind, I wake up and do my shows again. It's kind of crazy.
Well, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the Cam Stewart TikTok cooking channel where you just
maybe you could tell me all about TikTok during the company party when I see you and the cronies on Thursday.
All right, sounds good. All right, the Green Bay Packers, Cam, going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. The Panthers plus 4.5 at home. Packers coming off an embarrassing defeat where Baker Mayfield had a perfect passer rating through 4 touchdowns, over 350 yards. They got absolutely shredded, Cam. Do you think they bounce back against the Carolina Panthers?
Can you start?
I'm taking the Packers to bounce back. I think Carolina got their win. I think they don't show up against the Packers here. I think Packers' playoff lives on the line. They blow the doors off the Carolina Panthers at home in front of their 13 fans. Did you see you could buy tickets to the game for 45 cents on Sunday? That's how bad. Packers going to be the home team in this game with their fans.
45 cents for a football ticket, and I'm paying.
Isn't that crazy?
$50 to park at a Leafs game and not even be close.
Isn't that fucked?
Not all. When I go to a Leaf game, I bring I'm not even lying.
You have to take a bank loan.
500 barely gets you what you need to do in the game. I usually take a dime and go, this is like taking my girlfriend out to the best restaurant in town. We went to a Leaf game. She's drinking triples. I'm drinking. Oh no, dude.
You're paying $100 a round.
Literally, I just put down. You bring $1,000 and say, what a night, and we're not going to do that for another couple of years. Go to one game a year.
Yeah,
I can't afford it.
Imagine 45 cents to go to watch a football game.
Oh God, I know what? I'm a Carolina Panther fan. Cam's Panthers. That sounds like the ultimate value team. I'm with you, Drew. Green Bay. I got to be honest. That was shocking. What happened in that game? Wow, I'm really struggling here.
You're choked up thinking about the Green Bay Packers blowing that lead against.
I know. I'm actually getting choked up about Carolina winning outright for us. Give me Green Bay minus 4.5, Drew, but. This line smells like a trap. I think you could have put it up to 6.5 Carolina. Why? Because they beat Atlanta? Anyway, I'll take the Packers.
Right now it's 73% Cam on the Packers. If this gets to 80, the alarm's going to go off in my head, and I'm going to be back on the Panthers like a crazy person.
I told you, we're going to have a lot of changes this week. But here's the thing about Green Bay. To screw up an opportunity like that, you're 6-8 now. Okay, better win this game.
Even if you win out, you might be too late.
You had the best schedule at the end of the year, and you took it lightly. Tampa, I got to give. You know what? Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay deserve credit.
Yeah, I mean Baker revitalizing his career, and Mike Evans. Everyone doubted him at the beginning of the year. What does he do? Just get another 1,000 yards, like it's nothing. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer once he's done. Cam, only receiver ever to do that in 10 straight seasons. All right, Jacksonville going to Tampa to take on the Bucs. The Battle of Florida. Cam, Baker Mayfield hosting Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Both teams needing this win. The Jags not so much because I think they're pretty. Then again, if they lose,
no, it's 8. They're 8-6.
Yeah.
They're 8-6.
Yeah,
Buffalo's 8-6. Colts 8-6. Cleveland is
Houston.
still 9-5. They can't step back.
No, I'm saying Houston could take over the division here if the Jags lose this game.
Listen, I don't know what to say, Drew. Initially, I was gonna take Tampa Bay, but let's think about how Jaguars lost that game. Can you believe I lost a teaser? I had a kick hit the bar, a touchdown that was called back, another kick miss.
Well, then that one that hit the bar, did you see?
Honestly, the fact that Jacksonville could have actually been in that game. Lawrence fumble in the red zone, kickoff bar. More mistake, missed kick, like Ridley touchdown.
Cam, the kick that hit the bar, it was roughing the kicker. They were talking about on the broadcast. He landed on the guy's foot, his arm, and he's like,
the Jaguars got fucked in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They really did. Like
they should at least covered the teasers. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, they might have lost by like around where the spread was. They just, it was unbelievable. Here's the thing, Drew. I'm getting 1.5. These things are not happening next week. Trevor Lawrence, you saw at the end of the game, he started to run like wild, like he pulled a Josh Allen. More of that.
It looked like his shoulder was sore, though, and that's why he was doing it.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. But
like he was like one-hopping throws, and I was like, this does not look good for Trevor Lawrence. Something was wrong.
No, don't worry. They'll shoot him up this week. Is this a Sunday game, too?
Yeah, Sunday game. I like the Jags as well, Cam. Like we've seen the Buccaneers lose to teams that are better than them. I know, I'm sorry, Buccaneers fans. I just think the Jags are a better football team. Their defense is going to be able to slow Baker down and have him running for his life. Josh Allen's too good of a defensive end to let this Buccaneers team drive up and down the field on them. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. Though, I don't know, this won't be one of my mineral picks, but I do like the Jaguars in this spot, Cam. All right, the Bears hosting the Cardinals. This game's a mess. The Bears 4.5-point home favorites. I don't remember the Bears being as big a favorite in any game this season, Cam. Can you trust them to win a game by 5 points?
No. This is a tough game. I'm going to take the Cardinals. The fact that they scored all those points against the 49ers was really inspiring because nobody stopped San Francisco. So we're looking at Chicago now. I'm scared. Like, hey, the Bears could have beat Cleveland. They're playing a lot better football. They're at home. Did Eberflus save his job? Maybe. For all you people thinking you want to get rid of Justin Fields, don't do that. Like, give the guy a little bit more time.
Yeah, first overall pick.
No.
I'll say this. Listen, let me explain. So Justin Fields, I agree with you. He's a great quarterback, or he's good enough to think.
No, he's not great. He's just got to work on his accuracy.
Let me talk.
Okay.
The only thing is, if you draft quarterback first overall and trade Fields for, let's say, a late first, you reset that rookie contract for 5 years. And like you've seen teams make the Super Bowl because of the cap stuff. If you keep Fields, you have to pay him in a year. So I think that's the only thing I would think would be like maybe we take the quarterback at first because it resets our cap and we can go spend elsewhere.
It's a very good. Know what, Drew? If I was your teacher and you gave me that as your thesis, I'm giving you an A+. Well written, well said. I think Justin Fields is better than people think. I know he's erratic, but he's a special kind of athlete, and I see him getting more and more confidence. Like I think he's going to get better and better. But here's the thing: in this game, we're just talking about the now. Cardinals getting 4.5 is intriguing to me, and I will take the bird getting 4.5 chirps. Their offense looked good against San Francisco. The defense was deplorable, but as I said before, who hasn't San Francisco throttled? They throttled the best teams in the league. Cardinals, please.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cards here as well. I think their offense will be able to keep up with the Bears. The Bears might win this game. But, to win by 5, that's asking a lot. I think this could be a field goal game either way. So give me the Arizona Cardinals, plain and simply. Yeah, I think the Cardinals have a better offense, Cam. So give me the Cards. All right, the Dallas Cowboys going to Miami take on the Dolphins. Their troubles on the road, Cam. They're 3-4 out on the road, only averaging 19 points on the road, and that's including their 40-0 game against the Giants in Week 1 in New York. The Dolphins rolling. They need this win to stay ahead of the Buffalo Bills because if they lose this game and the Bills win, that means Week 18 will come down for the division against Buffalo, and they do not want that to happen. Is it going to be the Dallas Cowboys road team we're used to this season, or do they finally wake up on the road and win a game, Cam? What do you think?
Well, the NFL likes its stories. How about the Bills winning and the Dolphins losing, and we save it all for the end? Also, Dallas coming off an embarrassing loss when everybody, like, all the things, the Cowboys, they suck on the road and this and that. I will tell you, if this team can't get up for this game, I don't know what to say. My thoughts about this team. Remember, Drew, at the start of the year, I had a Dallas ticket to go to the Super Bowl. Wish I had San Francisco, but Dallas's number was really good. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. I think they beat Miami outright. I'll take the 1.5. I think they win this game by a touchdown.
Cam, my only thing is the NFL is a copycat league, and the Buffalo Bills just ran it down the Cowboys' throats. And if there's one team in the NFL better than the 49ers at running the football, it's the Miami Dolphins.
I understand that. Do you don't think Dallas's run defense will be much better this week? They'll figure it out. They just Drew. There was something about that game.
I know.
They weren't into the game. This is different. They got to win now because, especially if Seattle beats Philadelphia.
Okay, so yeah, if Seattle beats Philly and the division's still alive, then I think Dallas will get up for this game. If not, they've pretty much already locked up the 5 seed. I think this game means more for the Dolphins, and I think McDaniel's too smart of an OC, like an offensive design person, to not take advantage of this poor run defense, Cam. I just think the Miami Dolphins win this game outright. I'm going to take the Dolphins here. It might change, but I just don't trust the Cowboys to win this football game, and that's pretty much what they have to do to cover this number. So give me the Dolphins. Where do you think the mystery tiebreaker man is on this
Dolphins.
one? Ooh, incorrect, Cam, on the Cowboys.
See? See the minute you it's a lock and cocky, the tone? Wrong.
It's true. It's true. All right, the Patriots going to Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos 6-point home favorites. Patriots kept that game against the Chiefs close, Cam.
Dude, they could have covered in that game. They honestly.
Kadarius Toney, Cam, just like right through his hands. Like Mahomes on the sideline, just like, I don't know what the fuck I can do any better. Like you could see him whispering in his ears.
He's got to stop doing that though. The guy Tony's already mentally like not there.
He shouldn't be on the team. He should be cut. The amount of times this guy's
exactly. Just cut the guy. And Mahomes, you can't do this to your players all the time. Like these outbreaks are getting a little bit ridiculous.
I know. I didn't think he'd be. I think he didn't think he was such a baby, Cam. But this year he's been like,
dude. I knew it. I told people this for years, and people called me every name in the book. So I'd like some apologies. But like anything, you never get an apology. Even though when I make mistakes, I apologize to people. But this is not the world we're living in. The guy has been absolutely brutal, whining, bitching, just an annoying guy. I'd like to see him do less commercials.
Josh Allen has way too many turnovers, talks all over sports talk
radio.
Yeah,
and shut up.
Mahomes has one less. And you don't hear nothing about his.
Yeah, no. Mahomes is a god. You can't do anything to him. He's Patrick Mahomes. Whatever. I want to take.
What do you want to take here?
What are we talking about? New England,
Broncos
and
and Patriots. I'm taking Denver.
I am too.
Slaughtered by the Lions. This is a get-right game at home in the Mile High City.
Peyton is going to be so ready. Oh, no, you don't think Sean Payton wants to beat down Uncle Bill?
You don't think Peyton Manning wants his Broncos to beat the Patriots as well? He'll be in the building. Tell them, like, hey, guys, this is how you do this. Yeah, I think the Broncos slaughter the Patriots here. We better lock this one in now. I think this line can get up to 7. Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. This might be in my minerals. We'll see. But yeah, I think the Patriots, they're running into a freight train right now with the Broncos after that Detroit performance. When Sean Payton, he gave it to Russell Wilson on the sideline. Did you see that? They were like, "Hey, Sean, what did you tell Russell Wilson?" And he's like, "I don't have to fucking tell you guys what I told my quarterback."
Yeah, no, that's
like,
my.
What do you think he's going to say? Like, yeah, I told him he fucking sucks.
I'll give Russell Wilson a lot of credit. That guy was getting barked at, a guy who's been in the league and a Super Bowl winner, and he took it like a man. He just stood there and took it. So, unlike, you think Reed's going to yell at Mahomes like that? What's Mahomes going to do? Hit him with a State Farm fucking billboard?
Do you know who I am? You can't talk to me like that.
Yeah, here's a bottle of Head and Shoulders, Andy. Bam! Enough. No, I'll give Russell Wilson credit. That's all.
No, I'll give Peyton credit too. Like, he's not afraid to tell his players who they are.
Peyton's done a great job turning this team around. We thought, hey, we apologize. Remember at the start of the year, horrible coaching job. What are they doing?
1-6. We were talking
anyway.
Shit.
He's smart. He figured something out.
All right, the Raiders, Cam, going to KC to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs 10-point home favorites. This is a division game. Aiden O'Connell coming off a huge performance. The Raiders beat the Chargers by over 40 points. The Raiders usually play the Chiefs close, Cam. They've been living up to this new head coach's dreams and aspirations. They're playing for him hard. The Chiefs do not look like a team that covers big numbers. We got lucky for them to cover that 9.5 against New England last week. I'm going to go Raiders here, Cam. Is that crazy?
It's not crazy, but I'm going to go the other way. I think Kansas City, with all this yelling and turmoil and whatever, the Raiders is the team they hate. And remember, back in the day, the Raiders had a 14-0 point lead on them, and Kansas City still covered in that game. I have a feeling like this is kind of like a get-right situation where they played their best football and beat the Raiders. Drew, I think they win this game literally by 24 points. I think they blow the Raiders out of the water. I love what the Raiders have done. It was a smart switch for us to get off the Chargers and take the Raiders, but Kansas City at home, they haven't looked right. I can tell you, Andy and the staff are probably pretty pissed off at they're 9-5, but they don't look like a 9-5 team. I think Kansas City puts the Raiders in a pretzel.
Yeah, you might be right, but I just can't. I can't bet on the.
You might be right.
Yeah, I know. I just can't. I can't bet on the Chiefs as a double-digit favorite, Cam. I don't
Okay.
trust them anymore. Something stupid will happen. Like the Raiders will be in this game late or something. I don't know. All right, what do you think, Mr. Tiebreaker Man has on this one?
Chiefs, second
Correct.
favorite team.
Yeah, it's just that was an easy one. The Eagles, Cam, hosting the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Another Monday doubleheader. How do you feel about the Monday doubleheaders?
I don't mind them. Everyone
I like them because like when one goes commercial, you flip to the other one, and like I like the double box. You can do picture in picture.
Oh, see, this is smart because now it's Christmas Day and you're getting a game at 4:30, so you get people wound up. All the people who love football, Mom, put on the TV. So good numbers there. Like we're gonna have like a football family Thanksgiving, and the other game is at 8:15. It's staggered. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You don't start.
I do not like though. Like imagine you're in your fantasy football semifinals, Cam, and you have like Jalen Hurts or something. You're at Christmas dinner. You can't watch the game. You don't want to be that guy who's on his phone looking at the scores and stuff when like everyone's around you, right?
I don't know. It depends on your family and friend situation. If they treated you poorly during the year, you can do whatever the hell they want. If they were nice, maybe you'll give them a quarter of.
Fair. I'll be with my wife's family. I'm very thankful the Bills are playing on the 23rd because my wife was like, "Do the Bills play on Sunday?" And I'm like, "No, they don't." She's like, "Oh, good, because you know you wouldn't have been able to watch that." I was like, I was like, I would have found a way to watch that.
Yeah, sneak down during. You're in the can with the phone in. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. What game are we picking? Giants,
Philadelphia Giants. They're 10.5-point favorites at home. Giants got absolutely slaughtered by the Saints. I'm taking the Eagles. They're going to roll into the playoffs here. I think they beat the Seahawks tonight. We'll see if they do, or even if they don't, I think they roll over. Tommy DeVito doesn't have what it takes to go into Philly and win this game, Cam, or keep it close. I think they run it down the Giants' throats, win this game by 30 points, call it a day, easy.
I'm going to take the Giants. The New York person's geographical rival and hatred is the
Tommy Cold.
Yeah, Tommy Cutlets and no, honestly, Giant fan hates Eagle fan. This people talk about like Philadelphia, Dallas and stuff. No, this is the geographical rage. Like Giant fan hates Eagle fan hates Giant. Remember that movie, The Fan? Like where Scott Farrell, guy I work with, is actually the talk show host in the late night show.
That was the movie with the sniper on top of the stadium, right? When he was like trying to shoot.
No, it's a movie about a fucking psychopathic Giants fan.
I know, but doesn't he go to the top of the stadium to shoot somebody? Like, and that's like the ending scene is like them fighting on top of like the.
No, I think they fight in a bathroom at a bar, but I might be mixing up movies. But anyway, Patton Oswalt, the guy and everybody loves, he's the Giants fan, and the redheaded guy, Rappaport's the Eagles fan. Anyway, it's a great movie. I'll take the take the New York Giants plus. Oh boy. Okay, I'll take the Giants plus 10.5. This game is going to be very changeable come Christmas. Because we need to know this is a very important point. If Philadelphia loses to Seattle, I'll love them even more in this spot.
Yeah, fair. I don't think it matters, but I agree with you in that sense. All right, what do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one? We have disagreed on a bunch of games this week.
Eagles.
Correct.
So what am I, 5-1 with this guy right now?
Yeah, the only one you've gotten wrong is the Cowboys. All right. The other Monday Night Football game probably could be a Super Bowl preview. It's the Harbaugh Bowl all over again, besides Harbaugh's not in San Fran anymore. San Fran hosting the Baltimore Ravens. They are 5.5-point home favorites. Cam, everyone looking at this opening line, I'm seeing tweets already. They're like, how could the Ravens be 6-point underdogs? That's so
San Fran's going to
the
kill
best
them.
team in the AFC. I think San Fran beats them by 14-20.
This is one of my favorite games.
How dare you say that? Cam, San Fran dog walks them.
You see what San Fran does when other teams get hyped? They just get angrier and beat you in more. Sorry, Raven. I know you're very mysterious and a bird that you never want to deal with at night. Don't ever throw a rock at a Raven. They have photographic memories.
When have you had the chance to throw a rock at a Raven in your life?
I've lived in Yellowknife. It's the land of it's Raven land. There's ravens everywhere, and I told people and I was told by natives, don't screw around with ravens, and it's true. When you fall down home drunk in a snowbank, then that raven remembers that you pissed him off one night when you were goonered.
He's pecking your eyeballs?
Oh, he will actually, yeah. They're smart birds. But sorry, the 49ers got a pick. And he's just killing, just taking holes out of the Raven. Niners by 17-24 in this game. Absolute rout. Take Baltimore. They're going to be a dog, and I don't want to. Hey, if they cover 5.5, I'll be shocked. 49ers.
I agree, Cam. I think it's not going to be close, but we'll see. Maybe we're wrong. I don't know. Hope not.
I just think the 49ers, look at Baltimore in that game. Jacksonville has half of their teams out, and they still move the ball. It's not their kicker sucked. Lawrence played like shit when he fumbled the ball. They were in that game. So if San Francisco plays a game without flaws, they will absolutely murder Baltimore.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. I just don't see what Baltimore can do to keep up in this football game unless Purdy decides to start throwing interceptions all of a sudden or something. But I just don't see that happening. All right, let's get into our best bets of the week, brought to you by Sports Interaction, our gold, silver, and bronze, our mineral picks, Cam. This is very early leans. These could change on Thursday. Once again, this is Monday. We're talking about this before the Monday Night Football games. Cam, do you want to start with your bronze or shall I?
You shall, Drew.
All right, my bronze pick is the Denver Broncos hosting the New England Patriots. They're favored by 6. I think they slaughter the Patriots with their playoff lives on the line. I think this is an easy one, so give me the Denver Broncos as my bronze.
My bronze will be the Green Bay Packers -4.5 against Carolina. Horrible game against Tampa Bay. Carolina feeling good about themselves. You know what, Carolina, just tap out, whatever. Just get the season over with. You got 2 wins. I'll take Green Bay to win this game by like 13, so... there's a lot of things I like as usual, Drew. I have like 5 or 6 games pegged. I hope I pick the right ones, but Green Bay to start, bronze.
All right. My silver selection, Cam, is the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Everyone and their mother is on the Cincinnati Bengals, Cam. You're giving me Mason Rudolph and Tomlin angry after a loss, and Jake Brown is going into a hornet's nest, the bumblebee's nest, as I called it.
Yes.
So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers as my silver to win this game outright, not just +2.5.
I'll take Pittsburgh as well, Drew. It's between them and Frank Falcon as my silver, but I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers +2.5 as well. You bring up good points. Mason Rudolph looked bad in that game because he came in at the end and he wasn't really ready, but now they got time to prepare.
And can George Pickens fucking block for his running backs, Cam? Every play you see this guy, he's like, oh, that's in the block. Oh, yeah, one hand. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to.
Dude, that guy, honestly.
It's like he doesn't want to be there if he's not going to throw the football.
He's a prima donna, but I'll tell you, like, I don't know. If Pittsburgh can't get up for this game, I don't know what game they get up for. I might change this pick, but as of now, this game smells like an absolute solid gold trap. I will take Pittsburgh +2.5 as well.
I agree, Cam. And my gold selection, my favorite pick of the week, is the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football, Cam, to absolutely slaughter the Baltimore Ravens. People are going to be like, you're crazy, Drew. What are you doing? I think they, like you said, I think they win by 20 points.
Crazy's got company, Drew. San Francisco will be my gold pick as well. I don't think we've ever been on 2 out of 3 minerals together.
We went 3-0 those weeks.
Oh, really? Okay, good. I feel it's the holiday season and we need more money. So San Francisco.
Cam, I'll be so pumped Christmas night if San Fran blows Baltimore. I'll be sitting there going like, woo, Santa brought Drew some money for Christmas.
Exactly. I need it too. I got a lot of problems. Sorry.
What's
wrong with me, Drew?
I don't know. You've been choked up today a bunch.
Did I pick up smoking on the holidays? I don't know what's going on here. I sound like a guy that's smoking 4 packs a day. Niners are going to blow Baltimore out of the water in this game. I know people like Baltimore and the points, not me.
Speaking of getting choked up, Cam, on the holidays, we did a Secret Santa with my friends this week, and the person who got me, we do every year, there's like 15 of us, we do Secret Santa, we draw names, whatever. My friend got me a big box of coal, literal coal to barbecue, and like he hid my gift inside. My hands and arms were covered in black.
Like charcoal. Like he gave you like cooking
He was like,
charcoal.
You were bad this year. And I was like, oh man, it was disgusting everywhere in my house. I was pissed. I was like, dude, there's coal fucking everywhere now. It was
Dude, my guys I grew up with in high school, they used to like, sometimes I get tuned at a party or wherever I'm passing out. One of them wake up, they'd like hide all my stuff in my house because my parents would go away and give me a treasure map to find it. Like, you have no idea the stuff that people do, man. I got to give these guys credit. They were really creative, but yeah, sometimes you just want to knock their teeth out. Gold San Fran.
Gold San Fran. All right, so let's recap our picks, Cam. For the viewers, you had the Rams on Thursday, the Steelers, the Bills, the Vikings, the Falcons, the Houston Texans, the Seattle Seahawks, the New York Jets, the Green Bay Packers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Arizona Cardinals, the Dallas Cowboys, the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Giants, surprisingly, and the 49ers on Monday night. I had everything the same except I have the Chargers, the Lions. What other game do you disagree on? I have the Browns. And then the other disagreement was I had the Miami Dolphins. Cam, we're on the same page a lot more than I thought this week. And
so, Drew, the changes went 2-2 last week, right? Because I changed Chargers to Raiders. I had San Fran, went to Arizona. Had Vikings, went to Bengals. And had Jacks and went to
so you had
Bolt. I made 4, so it's 2 and 2 with the changes.
3. I think you backed out of the third. So you changed Jacksonville.
No, we didn't change Carolina. We stuck with Carolina.
Yeah. So you changed Vikings to Cincy, which we got screwed because of the 3.5. You changed
San Fran to
Raiders,
Arizona,
which was right, and then you changed Jacksonville to Baltimore, which is right, And that was the only 3 changes you made. You didn't. Oh, you did change San Fran to Arizona. You're right.
Yes.
2-2 on
so it's 2-2. So changes went 2-2. I can't get mad when I make changes and they go like 0-4 or 1-3. I rage. So
I only had one change and it was incorrect. The Vikings and the Bengals. I should have stayed with the Vikings plus 3.5.
Yeah, I know. I should have. You know what? I should have too. I just started thinking about too many things. It's hard. Sometimes thoughts get in your head. No, the problem is too, Drew. Like me and you do these shows. I do a million of them. You almost like. I respect everyone's opinion, but you got to have your own way. The problem. I'm hearing the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's really hard to
you get swayed by other people's opinion. Yeah.
Not just that. Like, just some guys bring up really good points about stuff, and you're just sitting there, and it's like, oh, weak, and you almost want to like not listen to anything. Like, get rid of the noise and just trust yourself.
Trust your gut.
And know what? You got nobody to get mad at but yourself if you screw up.
Yep, I agree with you, Cam. All right, well, that does it for Week 16, Episode 1 of the Drew and Stu podcast, Cam. We'll be back on Thursday, make our changes, and recap the Monday Night Football game. Once again, please hit like, please hit subscribe, please download, rate, and review on all audio platforms. Helps me and Cam out, and we will see you on Thursday. Enjoy the holidays, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.